Hey everybody, Geek Alchemy here today. How are you? Today's soap, as soon as I can get this glove on, is going to be a soap specifically for my testers. So if you would like to be a tester, unless of course this video is coming out after the release, go ahead, and even if it is, sign yourself up. That way you can take advantage of exclusive products and free shipping for these specific releases and exclusive gifts and coupons. Today we are using the heat transfer method, as is, it's my new favorite for the majority of my recipes. And if you didn't tell by the title, we are testing our absinthes. All right, that come on, there we are. But did this not get plugged in? Jeez. Okay. Let's go ahead and blend this up. This is so shallow. I'm not able to burp this. I'm putting so many bubbles in here. Oh, stir out, stir out. There we go. Some of them are definitely stirring out. Got some laggers. Gonna go ahead and add my organic sunflower and organic castor oil. All right, I'm gonna set this to the side. Use that again later. Come on now. There we go. Like I said, this is a very small batch, so the stick blender is going to continue to grab air. I think for now I'll just go ahead and take this out. Okay, so the designs for today are going to be two-toned. One is going to be white and green, and one scent is going to be black and green. And I will achieve the white just because the oils naturally pop up white. The black is going to be Black Onyx Eco Glitter, and the green is going to be Shamrock Green, both from Nurture Soap environmental glitters. There we go. That's looking nice, nice and behaved. Okay. All right, I'm gonna pause you guys, split the batch in half, and I'll be right back. As soon as this glove comes off. There we go. All right, hang on. Hey everyone, I'm back. All right, so I divided the batter half in here, half in here. I already added the fragrance oil into this pot and measured a separate container's fragrance for the other, so that if there is acceleration, I don't get caught off guard. In this pot, we are using Gothic Absinthe from Bitter Creek. It says it's soap safe up to 31%, but I only used 5 in both of them because Nature's Garden always suggests their fragrances at 5%. So, and 5% is the general consensus for soap fragrance. Again, it can change. I wouldn't use more than, say, 10% in the soap just because I don't want it to necessarily be crazy strong, you know? All right, so as I said before, in this incarnation, or maybe I didn't say, but in this incarnation, I'm gonna go with the half black, half green after I stir this in thoroughly. And my other soap, I'll do mostly green with a touch white. I really like both of these. One's a little bit more perfumey than the other. One's a bit more, and the other's more tea-like, probably closer to the actual fragrance. I do not smell alcohol in either of them, and this is, for those of you at least who aren't aware, absinthe is an alcoholic drink, classically made with, now recipes vary, mind you, if you do research or you know of an absinthe yourself, what I'm about to say may not be 100% true for the one you're used to, but the main base was wormwood. And wormwood is actually decently similar to cannabis in its psychoactive firings in the brain. It works very similar to cannabis in the brain. And many people back in the day would use it to have vivid dreams, and like if you were a dream interpreter or you knew a mystic or a gypsy or a witch, that would be possibly something that they would take to help, you know, connect with the spirit world and things like that, which is well, that's a whole history lesson. I don't want to actually, let's not go down that road. But classically, absinthe had wormwood as its base, and it's a very, very bitter herb, which is why you usually see the absinthe spoon over a goblet, and then they place a sugar cube or two and pour water down it to not only put sugar, but thin out the bitter flavor as well, to sweeten and thin out the heaviness of it. Now I'm just eyeballing this coloring right here. I don't know how true I am to it, but other flavors that would often be found in absinthe was star anise. If I recall correctly, star anise has a licorice note to it. And, oh, I used to have all this. I think, depending on the recipe, there was a bit of lavender, a bit of thyme, a bit of sage. Again, I could be looking at a recipe that's completely different from the one you're used to, or, you know, things like that. So don't take it as, don't take the ingredients I'm saying as, you know, the end-all be-all. Okay, this I think is just going to end up a nice charcoal shade. I don't think this is actually going to be black in the soap. But that's okay. It's got sparkles. Classically also, it was also called the Green Fairy. Because of the wormwood's hallucinogenic properties, people would sometimes say they would see a green fairy accompany the, after, not the drink itself, but after a few drinks, people would say they would notice a green fairy flitting about. Maybe it was friendly, maybe it was mischievous, but many would say they saw a green glow with wings, and that was attributed to the Fae. Now, I'm not exactly sure when I pour this in here if I plan on doing an in the pot swirl or a side by side, because I could go either way. I like this one. This one has the tea kind of scent to it. Yeah, and this will probably get lighter too. This will probably be more of a light gray, silvery shade. This soap will be available to my testers mid-June. As well as all my other soaps. I am planning out a goat milk liquid soap at the moment, as well as still playing around with my basic recipe. Ooh. Getting full up here. All right, so they do about for 5 each. And this one overflowed. Let's try and get it over here. Ooh, this batter is still very, very thin. Great for the swirls, but ooh, needs a little time to set up, I think, before I add much more to the other molds. That looks nice. I like the look of that. All right, I'm gonna set this to the side, come back to it. Work a little uncomfortably. This one, actually no, this one, the Bitter Creek, has a little bit of a perfume scent to it. This has a strong licorice note and tea scent. So the Nature's Garden is probably the one that's more true. All right, let me clean off this guy before I come over and start mixing. There we go. All right, so far so good. I can feel that this set up a little bit as we were playing around with the other batch, but that's to be expected. I only emulsified it. I'd say, yeah, it's at a nice trace right now. Okay. I'm gonna call that good. Put a little bit over here for the white. And give one last mix to this shamrock green. Oh, that's pretty. I do really like their Eco Glitter greens. Now, just in case you do work with these and you notice that they go a little gray, don't worry, they bounce right back to the nice green you first worked with. It takes maybe a day or two with cold process soap and they bounce right back. Now, I'm gonna say that this one might be just a tad bit of an accelerator. This is a bit thicker than when I first started to stir it up. All right, let's wipe down the sides a bit.
Did you hear that Dan posted this? Have you listened to it yet?
Not yet. I'm doing a video. I'll look at it in a minute if you don't. No, you're good. I'll look at it in a second. Yeah, this soap definitely got thicker. Don't mind the family. As I said before, we're working from home. It's all good. Okay, I think I have a little bit of soapy mess. Let's clean that up. There we go. Perfect. Nice in the pot swirl. Oh, this is going to be pretty. Yeah, gonna have to make a note. This is an accelerator. Still workable, still good, but something to keep in mind for later. All right, let me tamp this down before I add anything else. Don't want to overflow one and be shy on another. Oh, these are going to be nice. All right, and depending on the feedback I get from my testers, if they like them both a lot, maybe I'll just call one the Green Fairy, because my plan is to call it the Green Fairy this year. I plan on doing a whole lot more with my Halloween stuff. Hopefully this year's soaps don't take away my joy like they did last year. I just kept running into problems. If you want to see last year's crazy soaps, just look up on my channel Witches Familiar, Brimstone, and what was it? Oh yeah, Halloween Nights. Lovely scents, beautiful scents, but they went crazy in cold process soap. So if I ever wanted to, well, some of them I literally can't get back because Halloween Nights was a limited edition from my supplier, and they said that there was not enough purchasing to warrant another creation of them. So if you liked Halloween Nights last year, I can try and find a similar fragrance, but it will not be the exact same. Plus, if I remember correctly, I did add in another fragrance oil because it ended up not being enough. Oh yeah, and just to prove that the other one is an accelerator, look how thin this still is. It's still watery thin. Actually, you know what? I think this is sitting unevenly. I think this might be, yep. There we go. Now it's even. That's better. There it is. All right, so I will be making a note. Nature's Garden Absinthe is an accelerator. So, just for you guys to note, if you are a soaper and you want to use Nature's Garden's Absinthe, it is an accelerator because, as you can see here, Bitter Creeks is still very fluid. Alright guys, if you want to sign up to be a tester, all you have to do is get an account on my site and tell me you want to be a tester. I have no subscription fee, I have no membership fee, anything like that. It's literally just sign up, say you want to be a tester, and you automatically get 20% off all retail costs of said soaps or accessories, and free shipping or free pickup if you're local. Pickup is free anyway, but if you'd rather, you know, get it sooner than later, having to wait for the post office, that's all you have to do. That's literally it. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. I look forward to doing my Halloween soaps later this year. I hope you guys come along for the ride. Stay happy, stay healthy, have a geeky day. Bye.